I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, I'm sitting here this morning, and I feel so good about my Cowboys this offseason. This is the polar opposite of last year. We are less than a month away from the draft. In fact, 4 weeks from tonight, me, Game Time, Prime Time, DMV, David Wiley will be there in Kansas City with the masses watching the NFL draft. 4 weeks from today. And I feel so good about where we were last year. They have done such a good job of addressing everything. Wide receiving, as much as people want to blame the quarterback and say Dak stinks, our wide receiver core was terrible. We were one of the worst ones in the NFL. Thank God we had CeeDee Lamb, but sorry. Noah Brown, love you, buddy. You did great things and all that for where you are, but you're not a game changer. Michael Gallup, the Cowboys overestimated, thinking his return was going to be the guy that they had before. And that's it. Starting the season, literally, only CeeDee Lamb was the only receiver that had ever caught an NFL touchdown. You can't do things like that. And you look at that, where we gave up offensive linemen, Connor Williams, Connor McGovern, and stuff like that. We had a need on offensive line, at wide receiver. We had so many holes to plug. Our secondary was okay, but you looked and said we need to get upgrades. We had so much we had to do that we literally just felt like, But, the Cowboys, of course, we got a lot of draft picks, and the draft's going to save us. We're going to get Jalen Tolbert. He's going to be, going to make you forget about Amari Cooper. That didn't work out too well last year. Maybe he does this year. Tyler Smith, we're going to start him at guard right there by Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith goes down and all that. So you looked at that, and it was just like, man, we were just screwed. But going into the draft, the Cowboys have done such a good job getting Hankins back on the defensive line, bringing Leighton Vander Esch back, getting Stephon Gilmore, getting Brandon Cooks, that you look around and say, where are we going in the draft? Now, my mind, I want a game-changing tight end. I want a great guard. I do. I want a great guard. I want another great defensive lineman. These are areas that I would love to see the Cowboys focus on. May even want to see another running back. To me, if those 4 needs can be addressed between free agency and the draft, this could be a really good team, a really good contending team. I don't want to use the S word because that word's dirty. That's dirty. But where would you like to see the Cowboys go? What positions do you feel are the biggest need? Some people will say, that Bijan Robinson could fall to the Cowboys and the Cowboys should go for him. I'm not on that train. For me, is looking at the data that says spending a number 1 pick on a running back in the end does not pay the dividends of getting you that Super Bowl. And the half-life for it is not that long. I look at today's NFL and I see tight ends more important than the running back. I don't know that Kansas City, if you take Travis Kelce off that roster, that they're winning those Super Bowls. I don't know if George Kittle on San Francisco is not there because of that catch that should have been knocked out. If George Kittle is not on San Francisco, I'm not sure that we lose to San Francisco in the playoffs. I look at the security blanket of Dallas Goedert for Jalen Hurts. And I look at teams that are good that are just doing running back by committee. I don't see that many teams that are running back. So to take that draft capital, the reason why that guy could fall your way, there's a reason why he could fall that. It's not that he doesn't have talent. It's not that he doesn't have talent. He does. He's an incredible athlete. But teams are recognizing that if I take that guy, it's not about just taking him. It's about the other guy that I could have gotten. You follow what I'm saying? Because are you better suited getting a great running back as opposed to a great defensive tackle? A guy who's going to end up helping you to shut down the run and put pressure on the quarterback and give you more opportunities with the football. Because, see, this isn't back in my generation of growing up in football, where the Franco Harrises, the Tony Dorsetts, where those guys led the team because it was a 3 yards and a cloud of dust offense. It's not today's offense. And if you're looking at running back, to me, sorry, get that guy later. And if you have, quite frankly, you may think it's stupid. I'd rather go ahead and draft a great guard that I can plug in day one to replace Connor McGovern. And I tell you why. If I have a great guard that's right there, if I have a great guard, then that means I have the luxury of having Tyron Smith not have to play every game and have that guy with that experience and stuff fresher going in, or that guy to take over when somebody gets hurt. That leaves me with Tyler Smith out there his second year to be a tackle and let him really learn the craft. And if I have that, then that's going to help to protect my quarterback and keep him upright and give him more time to hit the ball to a Brandon Cooks, to a CeeDee Lamb, to a Michael Gallup. If I just get another running back and I can't open up holes for him, what's that going to do for me? What's that going to do for me? So for me, I want that guard. The other thing I want is that tight end. At tight end, we have got to get that guy. And with the West Coast offense, when you think about the early years of with Joe Montana and where my heart literally broke, Dwight Clark in the end of the end zone, jumping up, which I still think to this day that Montana was throwing the ball away, but Dwight Clark was just that good that he could elevate up and came down with that football, beating my Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. The tight end is key. And you can go back through the Cowboys' history for Roger Staubach, with Doug Crosby. You can go back with Troy Aikman, with Jay Novacek. You can go with Tony Romo and Jason Witten. You must have that tight end, that guy you can go to where you know he's going to be there. I got to get rid of this shit right now. And so for me, that's my case for not going for B. John Robinson. That's just me. But we'll see what they have to say. I'd like to know down here, I'm going to do a poll on the community tab and say, who would you rather have? I'm Mark Holmes, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I'll see you soon.